someone who was not making, well, at the beginning of the season, seemed like he was, not processing the game as fast as he should, or we all hoped he would at one point, is Juraj Slafkovsky. Obviously turned it around. He looks pretty good out there whenever he is on the ice. But, still people sniffing around saying, oh, he's not quite that generational talent. I mean, he wasn't teed up to be. But, when you're a first overall pick, there's expectations that come with that. But how do you feel? I mean, covering the Laval Rocket, seeing how they're doing, do you think a stint for him over in Laval would be good for him?
I wouldn't be opposed to it. And I want to preface this by saying him being demoted to the Rocket is not him playing badly in the NHL. It's giving him more ice time to work on the finer points of his game. He has a lot of things going for him. I watched him play at the rookie tournament in Buffalo, and you can see when he's going, he's making aggressive plays. He's using his body and his reach like we talked about with Kirby Dach. And sometimes there's some inconsistencies with that. He's 18 years old, barely. It's not all going to come together at once. Mm-hmm. And the Rocket, for as well as they've played, the record is now 2-6-2 on the season. They haven't played badly in a good chunk of these losses. They lost in overtime tonight, despite another 40-shot effort and a third period comeback. They are crying out for someone with a little bit of that finishing skill. And we saw it with Cole Caulfield when he started in the AHL, and even last year. He went down, put up a pile of points, and then came up and torched the NHL afterwards. Giving him a couple of games there, if, everyone is healthy and they need to make room for other players and whatnot, there's no issue with giving him a couple of games with the Rocket just to say, hey, we're going to send you down there. You're going to play in the top 6. You're going to play 15, 20 minutes a night, power play, whatever they need you to do. That's perfectly okay, because I think that will be good for his confidence. We saw after that game in Arizona where he scored his first goal and then unfortunately missed a couple of games, but then came back and scored another goal against St. Louis. He thrives on being confident. And if he's second guessing things, that's not the best for him.
Yeah. Again, agreed. I think it would be good. I mean, it's kind of a nature of like, that sometimes the AHL is kind of, in a weird way, it's kind of a harder league in some facets to play than the NHL, especially if you're an 18-year-old kid, first overall pick. It's a rougher league. Some guys might be, going after you. That's kind of my worry if it happens. But I think, just you're not going to learn things very well on the fly at the NHL level. I think, you're better suited to, you're still playing a fast game down in the AHL. It could be good for him.
I'm Marinaro, and that clip you just watched is from our most recent episode of the Sick Podcast. Once again, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and you'll be notified when we go live. I'm Marinaro. Tell your friends about it. This podcast, like me, is pretty sick.